Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. My name is Jesse Kuykendall. I am a multi-instrument musician and I've been playing the guitar specifically for the last 6 years, and I've taught it the last year as well. So yeah, thanks for clicking on the video. I'm super excited to teach these videos on YouTube. It's something I've wanted to do for a while now. I remember as a young musician trying to learn guitar on my own, how hard it was for me to find good quality lessons on YouTube that were free and didn't like take you to some big website. So I just wanted to provide the service here, and really glad you decided to join me on this journey. So today's lesson will be a very beginner lesson. This is for the person who has literally done nothing with guitar, doesn't know any chords, doesn't know anything about it. So yeah, I'll be posting these lessons every Monday. We'll just start here at the beginner level and work our way up. But I will also be posting a song that is intermediate to advanced level every Wednesday, so be looking out for those. So yeah, Monday will be a lesson starting from the beginner level, and it'll just be keep progressing, and then Wednesday will be just a song that I will teach you how to play, and those will be a more intermediate or advanced level. Alright, so without any further ado, let's jump into today's video, starting with getting your guitar postured right. So a big pet peeve of mine is students, when they're holding their guitar, they slouch over or they just hold it like this. That is not the way you want to play. You want to keep yourself in good posture, have the guitar rest firmly on your thigh, and your right arm should be resting on it, so just get in that position. And before we start actually playing guitar, I would like to ask you a question, and that question is, why are you wanting to learn guitar, and what are your goals in doing so? I know for myself, when I was asked that question, it took me a while to really know what my goals were, but I came to the conclusion that I wanted to be able to play with my brother, accompany when he plays the fiddle, and I also wanted to try to get on the worship team at my church. So those are my goals, and I set out to accomplish them. So I would encourage you to find out what you like in guitar, what you like your sound to be, and then to work towards those goals. So yeah, what I like to call this style of guitar that I'll be teaching is practical guitar. This is the kind of guitar you can just play with other people, play like on a worship team. It's pretty much any song on the radio you hear. Just nice, easy strumming. I won't be teaching any classical or tapping or that kind of stuff, but I'll be doing all strumming, rhythm, some guitar solos, and all that good stuff. Okay, so you got your guitar posture right. That's awesome. Hopefully you're working on defining those goals. Another thing that I always like students to do before we begin the lesson is to make sure their guitar is in tune. And that is easier to do when you know what your strings are. So let's go through real quick and learn our guitar strings. So the top string, the thickest one, this is your E string. The second string from the top is your A string. And the third string is the D string. Fourth is the G. Fifth is the B. And the bottom string is also an E. Alright, so let's go through those one more time. Your E, A, D, G, B, and E. And if your guitar notes sound different than mine did, that's probably because your guitar is out of tune. And to tune it, you're going to take these pegs up here and you're going to twist them. You're going to twist them up to make the guitar go higher in pitch, or you twist it down to make it go lower. So if you have a really good ear, you can just go to your piano and tune it that way, or you can just go to Guitar Center and get yourself a tuner and tune it that way. They're like 15 bucks, super affordable. But always make sure, no matter which way you do it, that your guitar is in tune. before you begin a lesson. Okay, so we know there's strings on guitar. We know there's pegs or tuning pegs. These things real quick right here. Each one of these little defined, you could almost say squares. These are called your frets, and this is the fretboard. And this is super important because it will help you to be able to get to positions faster on your guitar. So if I said like go to the 5th fret, you'd know right away to go to this fret because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this would be your 5th fret. So yeah, these are your frets. They just go order up in number. So 1st fret, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, so on. So yeah, that's really handy to get familiarized with. Another thing that I will want you to be getting really familiar with is learning your hands as numbers. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And this is important also because for like picking or using guitars, I'll say like put your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. And you know right away, okay, 2nd finger, middle finger, 3rd fret of the E string, which is right here. And you could get that all picked out. And so yeah, I'll be referring a lot to those in that way. So I'll be saying like 3rd fret, E string, 2nd finger, and you'll just know. You always have to know. Okay, this is my 3rd fret. This is the E string, and this is my 2nd finger. I'm gonna be able to go right there. Okay, we're gonna learn real quick how to hold your pick. So this is a pick. You might have one with you. You might have seen one, and these are used pretty much. They're used to play the guitar with. Some people don't use a pick and do finger style stuff. I am a pick kind of guy. I like using a pick. And so how to hold this properly. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your index finger and you're going to curve it like this, kind of like a hook thing. And you're going to lay that pick right on that curve and you'll put your thumb on top. So it's like that. So index finger, lay the pick on it, and then put your thumb down. Now, I must be honest with you. I don't always hold my pick correctly, and I know it's kind of a bad habit. I picked it up. I was self-taught. I didn't learn this till a little bit later down the road, and I never really adjusted back to it properly. So I hold the pick kind of like this usually, which is a bad habit, and I encourage you not to do it. So just try to hold it right all the time, and that will make you a better guitar player. So yeah. It kind of feels weird, but it's a really good thing to do, and it helps you be able to play fast and just have more control. Just a second. Okay, so we're gonna learn a couple chords today. I want to keep these videos short, under 15 minutes, so we're not going to cover too much material, but we will definitely learn a couple chords, and we're gonna learn 4 chords today, which are G, C, D, and E minor. Okay, so remember your fingers, and this is how we're going to learn the chords. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember your frets, they move up. And remember your strings, E, A, D, G, B, and E. Okay, so this might be a little bit hard for you, but I think you can figure it out. We're going to learn the G chord first. Okay, 2nd finger, 3rd fret of the E string, right here. That's all we're going to do. Just going to push that hand down and play that note. Now you're going to go 1st finger, 2nd fret of the A string. And then 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the high E string. And you just go ahead and play that. And there you have it, your 4th chord. That is the G chord. Now your chord may be sounding kind of like really messy or really muted, and that is because of 2 things you're doing. 1, you might not be curving your fingers correctly, and 2nd, you're gripping your guitar too lightly. So what I like to think of it, I like to like really curve my fingers and make them almost like a claw shape, and then just lay them on the guitar and really press hard, and that gives a really nice clear sound. And if you are having, trouble making that sound, make sure to just start at the top and make sure those notes sound good and then build it down. One more thing also, there should be some space in between your the top of your finger and the fretboard. So make sure you can get a finger down there, and that makes sure that you have good guitar position. To make the C chord, we are going to go 3rd fret, which is your ring finger, 3rd fret of the A string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the D string, and 1st finger, 1st fret of the B string. And there's the C chord. And on this chord, we are only going to play the 5 bottom strings, and this is because our first note, the root note, begins on the A string, which is your 5th string down. Okay, next chord is the D chord. There it is. And so to play it, we're going to take our index finger, put it on the 2nd fret of the G string, our ring finger, which is our 4th finger, on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then our 2nd finger, our middle finger, on the 2nd fret of the E string. And we're only going to play the 4 bottom strings here, because this is the D chord, and this D note, which is a string, is our root note. Okay, so let's go over that one more time. 1st finger, 2nd fret of the G string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the B string, and 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the E string. All right, good job. Okay, the last chord we'll learn in today's video is the E minor chord, and this is also the easiest. So it's right here. And to make this chord, we're only going to use these 2 fingers. So we're going to put our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and our 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. And I'll put these fingers down so you can see it better. There it is. So yeah, 2nd fret with both the 2nd frets of the A and D strings with the 2nd and 3rd fingers. Okay, nice job. You guys learned 4 new chords today. Let's go over them real quick one more time, and we'll make sure we got them all down. Another thing too, if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, it's totally cool. I know that my first guitar lesson, I really didn't know what I was doing, but just keep listening, keep trying to learn, and I bet you that you'll be able to figure it out very, very quickly. If you do have any questions, just drop them in the comments, and I will be glad to answer them for you. Okay, so G chord, 3rd fret, 2nd finger of the E string, 1st finger, 2nd fret of the A string, and 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the high E string. Alright, C chord, 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the A string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the D string, and 1st finger, 1st fret of the B string. And there's our C chord. Our D chord is our 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the B string, and 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the E string. And only the 4 bottom notes. Okay, and then E minor is the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and the 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. Okay, so yeah, you learned 4 chords, that's awesome. You also learned how to tune your guitar, you learned how to hold your pick, and you learned a little bit about the frets and your fingers as numbers. So yeah, you may be thinking to yourself, okay, it's great, I learned 4 chords, but I can't really do anything with them. But just with these 4 chords alone, you can play, actually, these 4 chords alone, you can play like a ton of songs with. Just put a little strum in there. So yeah, go ahead and mess around with that if you want. We'll be learning obviously some strum patterns and songs for those probably next week. As I said earlier, if you have any questions about anything, go ahead and put them in the comments. And be on the lookout if you are more intermediate advanced for our Wednesday videos, which are just intermediate or advanced songs. And I will see you next Monday.